I'm Ruth Wedgwood. I'm a law professor here in town at Johns Hopkins University. I was also in Geneva and New York as the U.S. member of the United Nations Human Rights Committee for 8 years. But that experience of watching what countries do to their own citizens certainly gave me a gravamen and seriousness in taking the threats that Iran has made against Ashraf at their face value. And I will just note, I was brought to this issue a year ago by a war crimes judge and prosecutor, Antonio Cassese, who just passed away, who was a great judge, who chaired the Yugoslav War Crimes Tribunal and the Lebanon War Crimes Tribunal, and he called and put me in touch with these folks and said, essentially, this is the same kind of problem. Let me just make one interjection before I take us to our next speaker. I am a female trying to make her way in the world, so since I do teach constitutional law, I wanted to make one other point, though, to potentially add to his list and to the list of the staffers who may be here and the congresspeople who are here, which is that although executive power has traditionally been the vehicle by which FTO designations were made, the Congress itself has an overlapping foreign affairs power with the President, and it can take evidence. It created the FTO designation. It could re-examine itself particular designations. So instead of being a Sisyphean pushing a stone up a hill where there's never a top, the Congress may wish to consider its own independent powers and figuring out who belongs in the category that it created. I think we all agree that what this is about is not just Iran and Iraq, but the future of Syria, the future of Lebanon, the future of the Middle East, that there are people whose lives are immediately at stake, but it stands not just for their lives, but for the willingness of the U.S. to counter Iran's inclination to bully the region. And if we stand down on this one, how shall we say, what signal does that send about the Iranian bomb? Iran with the bomb will do whatever the hell it wants. Thank you.